All right, y'all. What's good? What's good? So basically, today we are going to be breaking down this beat that I made with Tragic. Shout out Tragic. But the reason that I decided to do like talking over while I'm like showing you guys the shit was because I put an IG story up. Shout out you if you follow me on my Instagram. You know, fuck with your boy, Sosamad3 on all platforms. Anyways, W promo. But right, so basically, I put a story out with a little poll, and a lot of y'all responded well to the question of, do y'all want to see the sound selection and like a little bit of an explanation behind the sound selection and why everything works. So basically, to start it off, I think what I'm gonna do is, if my CPU can like handle it, I'm gonna try and like show y'all a little preview of the beat. If not, I'm gonna cut out and like I got the beat here, it's done and everything. But yeah, let's see if this decides to be nice to me today. Okay, okay. Wow, yeah, I'm fried, bro. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so like things got a little crackly because if y'all heard, there's not really a lot going on with this beat. I wouldn't say personally, depends on who you ask. I feel like this sound really blends like the goyard and the Zangang, like the definitive styles of those two kinds of plug. This beat really brings that together. That's another reason why I wanted to show this one off. Well, show off is the wrong word. More or less break down and like show the reasoning behind why it works and like why the sounds work. Pretty much what it all boils down to, if you're not going to take anything away from this video, is PCM synthesis. PCM synthesis. That is what gives Pluggnb, Dark Plug its unique and very nostalgic kind of 80s retro vibe sound, because of the R&B influence that Plug takes, right? Stay with me now. Because of the Pluggnb influence that the Pluggnb influence. I'm fucking retarded, bro. But because of the influence that R&B has on Plug, right? A lot of R&B uses PCM synthesis because of the sound. Analog synthesis is cool and everything, and we're not going to get into the difference between analog and PCM today. That's a whole can of fucking worms. And Prod 6 Shooter, shout out my boy, he's got way better videos, in-depth analysis. That nigga really went to school for that shit, so he knows what the fuck he's talking about. If you really want to know the difference, like, check his shit out. That's the only reason I know the difference between the two. But like I was saying, it all boils down to PCM synthesis. All of these VSTs are PCM synthesis based. Like SGX, Trinity, GX80, FNTines, Ample. Well, I don't know if Ample's PCM synthesis based because it's like a guitar VST, but like you get the point, right? The main thing that you want to go for with your keys, like this is the pad layer. Let me. Okay, so look, these are the keys, right? FNTines. This is like a staple plugin for Pluggnb, but you know this is the whole bass sound that you want to start with. Oh, bro, I did all that yapping and then fucked. Wow. Okay, so take two. This is like the bass sound that you want to start with. See, this is that PCM synthesis I was talking about. This is the foundational layer of it all, really. But like, I think what we're gonna do real quick is go down the list of sounds, you know, and I feel like when y'all get the idea of all the sounds by themselves, you'll kind of hear why they work together, and like why everything has its pocket the way it does. And I'm gonna go into the mixers too. Don't get it twisted. We definitely gonna go over the mixers and like everything else. So I gotta keep that open so I can see what's hitting on what, and I guess so I can see if I gotta explain anything with the mixers. But yeah, so let's start this part with just breaking down all the individual sounds to the melody, and we'll go from there. You know, I might not talk too much for this next part. Okay, so this is a preset that I found in Trinity, Korg Trinity. This is a really fucking good plugin. Honestly, this is pretty much what Purity samples a lot of their sounds from Trinity. Like that 𝘍𝙬𝙬𝙀, that signature 𝘍𝙬𝙬𝙀, that comes from Trinity. So like, if y'all really want to know ball, if y'all really want to get the good fucking sounds, my nigga, download that Korg Complete pack, you know, or if you don't feel like looking for the torrents on your own, you know, you could purchase the World Is Yours, the World Is Yours kit, my 2026 kit, you know. Not only do I have all of the drums, right? All the sound presets that are in here. These are just the fucking leads, bro. There's like over 250 something fucking presets in this bitch. Sound effects, everything else. But we have my effect mixers, all my personal mixers that I made. All this for the 808s, keys, whatever the fuck else, you know. But this is where shit gets critical now, boys. Pay close fucking attention. VST sauce. You see how the list does not open up in FL. What you're gonna want to do after you go to my track train and purchase this kit, right? What you're gonna want to do, right click this little file here that says open outside of FL. Then what you're gonna want to do is hit locate file. It'll bring it up. And then you see how all of these torrents just come right up? No problem. They don't show in FL. I don't know how to work it. I don't know how to configure these files so they show up in FL. I think it's just the nature of the torrents. That's just what it is. But yeah, see, we got the Korg collection right here. This comes with absolutely everything. It has Trinity. Like literally every fucking plugin that Korg made that got cracked. Shout out R2R. Them niggas is the fucking GOAT. I am not paying for shit. I'm sorry. Niggas paid for the FL license. That was $400 fucking dollars. I feel like that is more than enough, you know? And the gospel musicians, I'm not even going to get started on the gospel musicians, bro. I don't want to talk about it. But, right, if you buy my fucking kit, like, you should, you know, because, like, it's a good fucking kit. I mean, personally, I feel like it's a good kit, you know? But I'm a little biased. Maybe when the previews come out and you guys see the scope of what this bitch can really do, it'll change your mind. But, you know, yeah. Wow, I went off on a whole fucking tangent with one pad. This is going to be a really long video, bro. Okay, so back to the topic at hand, breaking down this beat. So that pad was from Trinity, right? Moving on, we are going to this other, it's like a key pad, kind of. I don't even know what the fuck this thing is, honestly. I don't know. It's a texture at this point. But this is called GX80. This is another plugin that I found on my own, and I'm not gonna lie, I gatekept for a little while. Also, the torrent is available in my kit. You know, 2026 Sosamad3 the World Is Yours stash kit. Pretty good kit. I feel like you should cop it. And but moving on to the next sound, we got the keys that I showed you guys earlier, that I was breaking down. The signature PCM synthesis sound. This is really what you want to go for if you're making Pluggnb, any kind of. FN Times is a really good plugin for this sort of thing. And then we got, you know, pretty much layering. Layering is a really big thing. Like, y'all see, these 4 VSTs are all playing the same fucking thing. But the sounds are so different and vary, like, so wildly to the point where, like, not wildly, but, like, you just gotta train your ear. You gotta have an ear for this sort of shit, and you gotta be able to recognize what works and what doesn't work. And the only way, there's no, trust me, the YouTube tutorials help a lot. I'm not gonna lie. You know, like recommend watching as many YouTube tutorials, as many breakdowns, join Discord, fucking join some servers, watch people cook up, bro. It really helps a lot. But the biggest thing is really just gonna be getting in the field and doing it yourself. And honestly, I wouldn't really rely too much on like presets and all that other sort of shit. If you really want to learn the fastest way what sounds work and what sounds don't, the best advice I could give you is to find some VSTs on your own, right? Or, you know, again, download my kit. I have all the torrents. I have all the contact banks, you know. And you don't have to use my presets. You can just download the fucking VSTs and find your own shit, you know? That'd be fucking sweet. That's honestly what I want everybody to do. But, you know, the presets are there for the people that don't really feel like navigating VSTs and going through the bullshit of finding sounds and making your own. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't blame you if you don't feel like doing it and you just want to make beats, you know? But pretty much what I was saying before I started rambling is layering is very important. And then this, I feel like this is the biggest layer of it all right here. This guitar layer. This is really nice. I like this a lot. This really brings the whole, like the bass layer, the chords and everything together. It brings it together nicely. And then moving on to some top notes from SGX2. This is a really good like core piano plugin. And then right now we've got, you know, pretty much this is my like piano preset. It's in the kit. You know, everything that you see here is in the kit. Like literally everything that you see here is in the kit. All the presets, all the mixers, everything that we're gonna go over today is in the kit. You know, I'm just gonna keep saying it because it's W fucking promo. But yeah, you know. Moving on. We got 𝙎𝙬𝙍𝙈 here. This is a staple guitar, Pluggnb guitar. This guitar has honestly been through a lot. And like to this day, it's still a staple for the Pluggnb sound. We got my sawed-off 𝙎𝙬𝙍𝙈 preset. This is a custom preset I made myself, specifically for 𝙎𝙬𝙍𝙈 and the XV5080 guitars, because of the fact that this is another VST. XV5080 is another VST that is exclusively PCM synthesis. So the way the guitars were sampled, they play a certain way, but this preset's pretty universal. Like honestly, you could slap this on just about any guitar and make it really give it that kick that it needs. And that's another thing that I really want to go over with you guys, the importance of having a good guitar mix, because this is what it sounds like without the mix. And then this is what it sounds like with the mix on. That's with the mix on. That's with the mix on. Like, y'all hear the difference, bro? Like this sounds cool. This sounds cool, you know. This is, you know. And then you put the fucking preset on, right? It breathes life. It really breathes life into the guitar. The biggest thing you want is that like kind of retro 80s guitar sound. You know, that's what you want to push for, because going back again, Pluggnb takes a lot of influence from older R&B. We pull shit from modern R&B too, but a lot of it boils down to 80s, 90s R&B PCM synthesis. If you want to make good Pluggnb, like emotional Pluggnb, like shit that'll really make you feel something, you need to understand that PCM synthesis needs to be your foundation. Anything else after that is cool, bro, but you gotta understand the importance of PCM synthesis, and you gotta understand the importance of mixers. You gotta understand the importance of your mixer and what these effect plugins can really do for you and your sounds, bro. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Moving on to another guitar. This is from Evolution Infinity, right? Same deal. Same deal. You know, this is with the preset on. That's with the preset off. Preset back on. You know, it's a world of difference. It's like you know what I can compare it to? It's like when you're drinking a diet soda and then you go get a regular soda. Like that's what it's like with the mixers. And like that's the importance of the mixers, because the mixers do a lot of the work that the VST, you could, if you know what you're doing and you know sound design and you know how to navigate your VST, like fucking Contact has a built-in mixer. You don't need to do all this shit. You don't need to use your presets. But if you know what you're doing, you can make your own little thing in Contact, make your own but you need to understand the importance of the mixers. Like if you don't take the time to mix your guitar and like really give it that like 80s kind of twang and put some delay in there and some chorus and really give it that warmth that those older guitars really had, you're not gonna notice the life in the plug. You know what I mean? You're not gonna notice the soul that's really supposed to be in there. We got this little bell pattern. Motherfucking Bell 21 from Xenology. This is literally this isn't even a bell mixer. This is a lead. This is a lead mix from the 2026 kit. And you know, like the bells sounded cool, but like they were a little boring, you know? And like again, going back to the importance of the mixers. This is why mixers are very important, because of the fact that they bring life into your patterns that would take you like almost 20 minutes, if not an hour, to like manually click that shit in. Like you could, realistically speaking, you could click a pattern like this in, but like why the fuck would you do that? Like at the end of the day, it boils down to workflow. You need to be able to get into a workflow and have a formula of sounds that you know work for you, because then you can build off that and start experimenting and really get into the nitty gritty of everything with this Pluggnb shit, bro. Because there's no limit to the creativity that you can do. Like honestly, like I feel like plug is genuinely one of the most versatile genres there ever was, bro. But like again, I'm biased. That's all I make is fucking Pluggnb. So, and then we got this like piano thing called Plug and Play from Xenology. It's like a little layer. Basically, that's not like it plays by itself, but like really what I did was I layered it with the YVA from Purity. And again, you know, another mixer, melted butter lead mixer from my 2026 stash kit. You know, the world is yours, cause the world is yours. You know, you really think about it. W fucking promo, bro. This video is gonna fucking. If this video doesn't help me sell my kit, bro, and it flops, I'm gonna be tight, gang. But the importance of mixers, because this is the YVA lead, stock lead from Purity, right? This lead already sounds crazy by itself. But, you know, the mixers give it that extra bit of life that every, you know, things need sometimes, that you can't click in on your own. And it's real important to get into the habit of like properly mixing things. Like, don't just throw a mixer on because the pattern sucks. Like, a lot of the times that will save you, but if you get in the habit of doing that, you're gonna get in the habit of making shitty beats and relying on mixers for everything that you need to do. And some beats do need that, you know? Sometimes you're just not feeling it, you're having an off day. The important thing is that you finish that beat. Do not leave it unfinished, bro. I don't care how bad it sounds, bro, you gotta finish the beat. Start again, move on, bro. But yeah, again, the importance of mixers, the importance of building your own mixers too, and experimenting. But you don't gotta worry about that shit right now. You know, if this is like your introductory to plug, or like if you've been making plug for a while but you don't really understand the theory behind why you're picking sounds, I hope this video will give you a little clarity and make you understand why you're doing the things that you're doing and why you're building the beat the way that you are. Moving on. This is a lead from Dance Track, a little sign lead. This is another plugin. Pretty much, majority of Roland plugins, like the Rolling Cloud plugin bundle, a lot of those are PCM synthesis plugins. Those are a good starting point, you know? A lot of good foundational plugins use Roland. You know, a lot of good foundational plug uses Roland plugins, so it's like it's a good little plugin suite to have. We got this lead from Morphine. This shit, I found this randomly on my own, and this is why you don't sleep on the stock plugins, gang. All this has is literally a delay and a guitar rig for whatever fucking reason. I genuinely don't know why I did that. But yeah. Then we got another lead. We got another lead pattern here. This is another, you know, another lead. It was cool. It was cool on its own, you know. But like I said, I wanted to give it that little extra bit of life that everyone does with their Pluggnb, you know, to really give it that sense of emotion when you're hearing it. So, put a little mixer on, you know, a little mixer for my kit. And, you know, it gave it that little extra bit of what it needed type shit, right? I don't know why I'm saying right, like anyone's gonna fucking respond. Like, niggas losing his mental recording a Pluggnb breakdown. Alright, next part we got the 808 and the drums. The drums, I think I did something to the mixer with this. Oh yeah. So like this is another example of mixing, why mixing is important. This is the 808 and everything without the mixer. Like the 808 hitting, the 808 smacking, you know what I mean? But like, then we got it with the mixer. Fruity Saturn, no, not Fruity Saturn, Fab Filter Saturn. This is a very underrated plugin. Not a lot of niggas know about this because not a lot of niggas take the time to properly mix their 808. Listen to me, in 2026, we are leaving the habit of taking a fucking mixer from a kit. I don't care whose kit it is, bro. I don't care if it's my kit and there's a fucking 808 mixer in there, nigga. What I want you niggas to start doing, take those mixers and tweak them. Fucking do whatever to make it your own. Till you get comfortable enough doing that. After you get comfortable tweaking set presets to your own liking, to some shit that you would have done on your own, that's when I want you to stop using the 808 mixer presets, and that's when I want you to start just fucking doing shit off the muscle, gang. Find distortion plugins and shit that you like and use those, you know? Breathe your own little bit of breath into this genre, because like I said, Pluggnb has a very vast range of like expression and emotion, and there's like little niches and subgenres of plug that are all over the place. So like plug's pretty universal, bro. But like if you really want to lock in on the emotional plug, like the shit, the oh wow, that beat made me feel something plug, this is what you gotta do, bro. This is what you gotta do so you could be still good. So you could be still good. You feel me? Honestly, I don't know why I did that. I kind of lost the plot there. But with the drums here, we kept it kind of simple. You know, well, I kept it kind of simple. I don't know why I said we. I did the drums. But, you know, all of these drums are in my motherfucking kit, including the 808. That's a custom 808. You know, I made that one on my own. We got over 53 808s in this motherfucker, man. It's a lot of 808s, gang. Yeah. But, you know, this is the drums. This is what they sound like on their own. Right. That's what the drums sound like. You know, tried my best to keep it simple because, like I said, we are blending the Zangang plug and the Goyard plug together with this one. So, you know, well, I don't even know if these are simple drums, honestly. I don't know. This took me a while. But, you know, moving on. This is everything put together, right? And then we're going to break down how we do the arrangement and the intro and all that shit after I let this play again. Because now, I played this at the start, and then I showed y'all why everything works very well together. Y'all heard all the sounds by themselves. So now it's time to hear the finished product. Okay. So, if y'all are paying attention there, y'all saw I made some adjustments to the mix on the fly. Cause I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When I exported this beat, I like forgot to turn this mixer back on. So that was a little whoopsie on my part. But other than that, bro, like yeah, that's it pretty much, just like PCM synthesis, just try your best, bro. Just keep doing it, keep making beats, lock in with people, don't be afraid to hit labs, don't be afraid to send labs. That goes for anybody, bro. Like nigga, I'll hit any beat, I don't give a fuck, bro. If it's ass, like, I'll try. I can't promise anything, bro, but like, I will try, bro. Like no ego. But yeah, wrapping all this yap fest up, pretty much, dude, I don't know what the fuck else to say, bro. I'm gonna catch y'all, bro. Safety gang.